Stop talking to me. That wants us to stop, so let's ask it.
Something moved.
Echoes call from hollow halls, a voice that creeps and softly crawls. Time stands still, the air is.
For Jordan and Lise, a van life couple sharing their travels and experiences online, it started as another peaceful off-grid evening, but quickly turned into one of the most uncomfortable and potentially dangerous encounters they've ever documented. This incident, caught on video and later shared to their YouTube channel, took place while they were camping on public land near Bryce Canyon, Utah. They had been staying in the same quiet, secluded spot for nearly 5 days. Unlike other campgrounds, Public Bureau of Land Management land typically allows for more freedom. Despite having drone equipment with them for the duration of their stay, Jordan and Lise hadn't used it once. They waited until the last night to get a few cinematic shots of the sunset and the surrounding mountains, hoping to capture some beautiful footage to close out their time in the area. As the drone lifted into the air, they were focused entirely on the screen and the horizon, until things took a sudden turn.
Good morning, guys. This weekend we are headed to Bryce Canyon. Do you want to say what happened last night?
So do we have an interesting story for you? We were at our camp. We've been there for the past 5 days, and I haven't flown my drone at all, right? There's this guy that pulled in probably 4 days prior, and he's been parked there all week. Everything was cool, kosher. I got my drone out. I started filming the mountains. I'll show you some of that drone footage after this. And he comes over highly upset, saying that we were flying the drone over his campsite, which, keep in mind, guys, this is public land.
He came in hot too. He wasn't just like, "Oh, do you mind like not flying your drone? I don't like that." He was like,
Yeah.
cursing and like.
Yeah, he didn't ask nicely. Honestly, I probably would have reacted different or responded differently if he would have came over and said, "Hey, you know, I understand you're flying your drone. Could you just not fly over the campsite?" That's not how he came in. He came in hot.
He came in aggressive.
From out of nowhere, a man stormed toward their van. He had been camping a few hundred feet away, visible but distant, and until that point, they hadn't spoken a single word to him. Without any warning or attempt at a civil conversation, the man began shouting and demanding to know why they were flying a drone over his campsite.
Wait, is that your drone?
It is.
Sitting right over my camp?
Oh.
It's over here.
I see a over there. A minute ago it was over my camp.
It literally hasn't gone past my head.
Bullshit.
It literally hasn't.
Bullshit.
I can show you my videos.
Listen, that's
Sir.
where I'm staying. Don't fly your drone over
You
my
think I
camp.
care about your camp more than these mountains?
You want me to kick your Is that it? Is that the best result?
Is that the way you want to go? I mean,
Go that way. I don't
bro,
have a
no
problem
one's
with it.
trying to
We'll
look
put the
into your
drone away.
camp.
We'll put the drone away.
I'm just trying to get these mountains.
That's the answer.
That's not
Okay.
the answer. I'm gonna get
Hey,
shots.
You put the drone over my camper, I'm gonna kick your
That's fine. Look, the drone will not go beyond this fan.
It has not a minute ago.
Well, if it did, I apologize. But
You off. I'm gonna kick your so you get it
Okay.
over there again.
yeah,
You understand?
sure, I
Good.
understand.
You had the right answer.
Sorry about that. We'll put the.
I'm
He's
not
just
putting
trying to get the mountain.
I'm just trying to get the mountains. I have nothing
The
to do with
mountain's
this.
over there.
Yes, look,
You just had it over my camp.
because I'm shooting going towards the
I
mountains.
don't care what you're
Going
shooting.
towards the mountain.
We'll put
Don't
it
put the drone over my camp. You understand?
We won't put the drone over your.
Just stop talking
Do
to
you
him. Stop
understand?
talking to him. Sir, I told you
You're
it
not gonna
won't.
wipe your
I
up
said
up
it
off
won't
there,
go
sir.
past the van. I
Do
said,
it again,
Sure,
and I'll you up.
sure. It
You
won't
wanna
go
do the
past.
mountain? Do the mountain.
It won't go past the van. I already said that.
Good answer,
I said that before.
dude. I'll shoot the drone out of the air, and I'll kick the out of your
Sure,
ass.
sure. I won't bring it towards your van.
Good idea.
Yes.
You just put the drone away.
I'm not putting the drone away. I'm getting my shot like I was in the first place.
Jordan calmly tried to explain that the drone had not flown over anyone's camp and had stayed close to their van. He also clarified that the area was public land and drone flying was entirely legal, but the man wasn't interested in explanations. He became increasingly hostile, raising his voice, making personal accusations, and threatening to take violent action if they continued using the drone. At one point, he declared that he would shoot the drone out of the sky and suggested that he was within his rights to do so. He accused Jordan of invading his privacy, despite being on federal land where privacy expectations are limited. Elise, sensing how unpredictable the man was, made the decision to try to calm the situation as best she could. She agreed with him on some points, even though she knew they hadn't done anything wrong, because de-escalating the tension had become more important than arguing over technicalities. Her goal was simple: get him to walk away without doing anything rash. After a tense few minutes, the man finally left. But what followed made things even more unsettling.
Yeah, so we ended up just leaving that camp spot last night. It was just safer just not to stick around, and we left.
And then he left, but he left his camper there, which was sketchy. We're like, why is he leaving? And
That's
leaving
another
his
reason.
camper?
That's another reason we left.
Like, what is he gonna go get? So
yeah.
we immediately packed up and left.
Guys, I would have flown my drone for like 10 minutes. 10 minutes tops. You know, he's been there all week.
We've been there all week and didn't get one drone shot. We were
Yeah.
just gonna get the sunset on our last night, and that was it. So.
And you know us, guys. We stay on public land. It's not like he paid for this campsite. Like, everything was public. Like, he walked up to where we were camping with no problem. Yeah. But he kept referring to his campsite as, like, his property. So I was like, okay.
Shortly after walking away from their van, the man disappeared into his camp and then left in his vehicle. Jordan and Lise were left wondering whether he had gone to retrieve a weapon, call someone, or simply calm down. The ambiguity made them deeply uncomfortable. They waited, packed up quickly, and within minutes had pulled out of the spot they had peacefully called home for several days.
The first thing we're going to answer is, were we in a national park? No, we weren't in a national park. We weren't in a state park. I was legally able to fly my drone where we were.
We were on public BLM land.
We were completely within our rights to fly where we were. For those of you wondering, I've been flying drones for 2 years. I am trust certified, and my smallest drone does not have to be registered, but my other drone does, so I follow all the FAA rules and regulations. On the DJI app, it has an integrated GPS system, which shows you no-fly zones. This is what it looks like. I'm going to go to the spot that we were at. For those wondering, you see this spot? We're right in here. This is referencing other people that flew their drone in this area.
As they drove into the night, they recorded their thoughts and reactions to what had just happened. Jordan was clearly shaken but composed. Lise expressed her belief that the man's aggressive reaction was not only unwarranted, but frightening. They both emphasized that no one has the right to threaten others, especially in a shared space like public land. In a follow-up, the couple addressed the incident further. They received overwhelming support from their audience. Jordan and Lise acknowledged that the timing may have triggered the encounter, but stood by the fact that they had every right to fly it. What did you think of this encounter? Let me know. Before we go any further, I just want to ask you for a small favor. If you're enjoying the video so far, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. We recently hit 100,000 subscribers, and that's all thanks to you. Our 100K special surprise was revealed, and we had many positive responses from you. Our next goal is to hit 200K before the year ends. It feels impossible, but hey, it's free to dream, right? Also, there's a hidden word somewhere in this video for you. Let's see if you can find it. Now, back to the video. Roughly 3 weeks ago, the team from Medium Vibrations released a video that took viewers deep into the woods for what was meant to be a casual paranormal investigation. This group has encountered some strange things before, but this time, something seemed off from the very beginning. The investigation began with a walk through a dense wooded area late at night. Almost immediately, the group sensed something unusual. One of them mentioned feeling ill as they crossed a narrow wooden bridge.
I just heard breathing behind me. Yeah, that happens. Did you hear breathing?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel sick on this bridge. We have to turn on the radio. Okay. I almost closed the damn camera too. Something wants us to stop, so let's ask it. Okay, so we're gonna turn off all the lights for this one, and we're just gonna listen to the radio in the dark. So I'm gonna turn it on first. Make sure we're good.
Just fine. Wait.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Are you here with us?
Hate you?
Are you upset with us? Why are you feeling negative? Do you want us to go past the bridge or stay on the bridge?
I heard you move.
Move? You want us to move?
They want us to leave.
You want us to leave?
And before long, they decided to pull out a spirit box and attempt to make contact. As the radio scanned through static, several chilling responses came through. One voice plainly said, "Hate you," when the group asked if the entity present was upset. When asked if it wanted them to leave, the answer "move" came through clear and unmistakable. The members of the team seemed genuinely unsettled. Just as they tried to push further, one of them caught a glimpse of what appeared to be a woman standing near the tree line. But by the time they turned to look, the figure had vanished. As they pressed on further into the forest, the team found a series of unsettling objects laid out along the trail.
In the middle of the path? Who would put them in the middle of the path like
It's a
that?
square.
Yeah.
That one's a square, but that one's kind of creepy.
So we found these things right in the middle of the trail, whatever they may be. There's another one over here. What are they? Who knows? Someone put them here for some reasons, probably spiritual reasons.
There's also a little fairy hut.
Yeah, I gotta go check out the fairy hut here. Go on over. Yeah, this is like, whoa. Teeny, trainy,
Why? Yeah, there's a collar there.
yeah, it is a dog collar there. That's I don't know why that's there, why it's torn, but
Lost his collar. And
yeah, that's it.
there's this.
Several rock formations and symbolic structures, possibly makeshift altars, were scattered in unusual places. What was most disturbing was how certain objects, including a distinct rock, were reportedly not there earlier when they passed by. They were sure of it. It was as if something or someone had placed it there while they weren't looking. The group tried to laugh it off at first, but the longer they lingered, the more intense the feeling became. They came across a small fairy hut structure, something whimsical at first glance, but it was surrounded by torn items, including what appeared to be a dog collar, raising more questions than answers. Turning the spirit box back on, the energy of the session intensified. One name came through, Logan. When asked if the entity knew any of the investigators, the box replied with two clear yes responses. Words like body, keeper, and rice also came through, seemingly random but delivered with such clarity it disturbed them. As they moved past the structures and made their way back toward the trail, one of them suddenly claimed to see a face, a pale human face, staring at them from just off the path. It disappeared instantly. This left the group shaken, and while they debated whether to keep going, the general consensus was that it was time to head out. The situation reached a new level of disturbing when they realized that a large rock with strange markings, now right in the middle of the path, hadn't been there earlier. They even rewatched their own footage to confirm this. Somehow, without a sound, something had moved or placed the rock directly in their way. The session continued with more spirit box responses. At one point, someone asked if the entity had created the structure with the rock, and the radio replied again, though the response was difficult to interpret. A final burst of panic kicked in when one of the crew believed they saw something dart through the trees. The camera began to shake, and the group quickly started moving out. Before they left, one voice on the spirit box delivered one last message. All they found were their cameras, a line cryptic enough to freeze them in their tracks, as it seemed to suggest a grim outcome, perhaps referencing others who had entered the woods before and never returned. The team made it back safely, but clearly shaken. The strange objects appearing out of nowhere, intelligent responses from the spirit box, and repeated visual phenomena all combined to make this one of Medium Vibration's most unnerving investigations to date. In this video from the YouTube channel Haunted Rhythm with Rob and Sam, the pair set out to investigate a famously haunted location known as Bloody Bride Bridge, a place wrapped in folklore and eerie tales. And it quickly turns into a night filled with unease and unsettling experiences. The legend behind Bloody Bride Bridge is steeped in tragedy.
And we decided to do Bloody Bride Bridge this time. And the story behind this one is a bride and a groom were coming home on their wedding night and they crashed their car off a bridge. Okay, so the stories behind this is pretty much if you were to park on this bridge after midnight, the bride and the groom will appear in the back of your car. And the other story that I've heard from a friend is that if you come down here, you will see a car crash, but when you go past it, you will not see anything.
No, I'm just setting them back there for her when she comes.
Alright. Well, there's supposedly 4 bridges that intertwine with all of this, and we are parked at the red bridge right now, and for some reason we found the most eerie one to go to. So yeah, it's kind of creepy out here. Like, we were all 4 going out at the other bridge, but this one we're kind of...
There was a bunch of construction on the other one, and this one is definitely eerie. It's at the end of a dead-end road.
There's tons of no parking signs.
Yeah, we can't park on, we're not supposed to park on the street on either side. And this bridge just lays in the middle of like these creepy looking woods, and
there's
a
tons
body
of
of
bugs.
water. Yeah, these bugs look like little spiders.
Yeah, show her.
Show her.
Or show them.
Sorry, my window's so dirty, guys. But you see that? It's crawling around like a dang spider. Look at all that. They got so many legs. But there, that's what we're looking at, guys.
At the river.
There. Can't tell me that this isn't eerie as shit.
As the story goes, a bride and groom were traveling across this bridge on their wedding night when they were involved in a fatal car crash. The bride reportedly died on impact, and ever since, her spirit has been said to haunt the bridge. Some claim that if you park your car on the bridge after midnight, you may find the ghostly bride, or even both the bride and groom, sitting in the back seat of your vehicle. Others have said that if you approach the bridge late at night, you may witness what appears to be a car crash playing out, only for it to vanish without a trace as you get closer. Rob and Sam drive out to the site, explaining that the bridge sits at the end of a dead-end road, surrounded by dense woods and a nearby body of water, adding to the already creepy atmosphere. According to them, there are 4 interconnected bridges in the area, but they chose the red bridge specifically due to its eerie setting. It's flanked with no parking signs.
Something moved down there?
Yeah. I swear to God.
What did you see? Do you know what the bride's name is?
No.
Hello? Is there anybody here with us? This is so weird. See? Dead end road. Going down dead end road.
No parking. No parking. Hey, what's down here? I don't even want to try going down there, dude.
That doesn't go anywhere, that does.
Oh, there's a car coming down here.
As they arrive, the two are immediately unsettled by the atmosphere, the dense woods, the dark water, and the overwhelming number of insects crawling around the car windows. Add a heavy sense of discomfort. The bugs are so abundant and strange looking that even the insects themselves seem unnatural. Still, the pair decide to go through with their experiment. They park on the bridge after midnight, shut off their lights, and sit in silence, waiting to see what happens. What follows is a strange mix of suspense and eerie quiet. No ghostly bride appears immediately.
That's insane.
I'm gonna go right into the water. That would be nuts. There's a car. Hang on. Okay, there was definitely headlights.
You saw that, right?
Yeah,
You can't go anywhere else.
Headlights. There's no headlights.
Where'd they go?
There's no headlights.
There's definitely somebody just driving down here.
Yeah.
But the mood shifts when one of them notices something move near the edge of the woods. They aren't sure what it is, but both agree that it wasn't their imagination. With nerves already fraying, they begin to question whether they should continue staying or get back in motion. Just when it seems like the night might fizzle out with nothing more than a few creepy sounds, something more tangible happens. They notice a set of headlights coming down the road toward them. Thinking another car is approaching, they wait and watch, but the lights vanish. Confused, they scan the area but find no sign of another vehicle. The road is a dead end, and there was no turnoff. The car, if it was even real, had simply disappeared. The headlights incident rattles them, especially since there's no logical explanation for how the vehicle could have vanished. They debate shutting off the car altogether, but the growing intensity of the moment pushes them to stay somewhat alert and prepared to move. Eventually, they decide to step out and walk across the bridge, braving the insects and whatever else may be lurking in the dark. As they explore the bridge on foot, they stumble upon what looks like eggs, possibly insect eggs, scattered near the railing. That's when the audio picks up a strange, unexplained sound in the distance.
Coming. Huh?
Are those eggs?
I don't know.
I think those are eggs.
Dude, there be like house spiders on this bridge. I ain't getting that close to this shit. I don't do spiders. What was that? You didn't hear that?
It's brief, but enough to stop them in their tracks and reignite their sense of dread. One of them remarks that he heard something, but it's not clear what it was. The sounds don't resemble wildlife or traffic, adding yet another layer of mystery to the visit. Although no dramatic ghostly apparitions manifest during the visit, the entire experience is soaked in tension, supported by strange noises, odd visual cues, and the overall unnerving feeling that they're not entirely alone. The bridge, with its grim backstory and haunting reputation, seems to live up to the unsettling legends. Like always, let me know your thoughts on this encounter as well. Uploaded on July 29th, 2024, this encounter comes once again from the YouTube channel Jordan and Lee's, who were previously featured in this same video for another intense outdoor moment. This time, their van life adventures took them into Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming, where a routine hiking day suddenly turned into something far more terrifying. The day started off calmly, with the couple waking early, eager to tackle a trio of scenic hikes. Although it was a bit chilly, the weather was clear and ideal for exploring. They opted to skip the crowded boat shuttle and hike the 5-mile round trip instead. The scenery was classic Wyoming: forests, mountain peaks, and glassy lakes. But their peaceful morning quickly spiraled into one of the most intense wildlife encounters they've ever faced. While hiking, the couple encountered a woman rushing down the trail toward them, in visible distress. She was urging them to turn around and walk fast. But don't run. When asked what was going on, she told them bluntly, a bear was coming down the trail directly behind her. Immediately, adrenaline kicked in.
Go!
Hey, bear!
Go, bear!
Oh my god, it's coming.
Go!
You have the spray?
Go, bear! Go! Hey! Go! I mean, he's sitting right here. He's not... Go! He's moving that way. Go, keep going, keep going.
But I was walking right towards, like, that's so scary.
So how close did he get to you?
He was literally like, he's standing right there and walking towards us, and he wouldn't stop walking.
The couple had brought bear spray, but the woman had no protective gear with her. Jordan took the lead, holding the bear spray at the ready, while Lee scrambled to find a whistle buried in her backpack. As they cautiously moved along the narrow trail, they started calling out in unison, the classic "Hey bear" warnings meant to alert and deter wildlife. But the bear wasn't stopping. Instead, it continued walking, slow, calm, and confident directly toward them, showing no signs of aggression but also not diverting its path. It came within just a few feet of Jordan, making for an unbelievably tense moment. Lee's, trying to juggle her camera and the whistle, ended up missing the closest part of the encounter on film, but managed to capture enough to show just how close the bear had gotten. Finally, with a blast from the whistle and a bold stance from Jordan, the bear turned away and climbed up a nearby tree, giving the group the opening they needed to move safely past. Despite the danger, no one was hurt, but the emotional impact was clear.
Okay, so I'm the worst camera person ever because when I saw the bear, I'm saying I'm the worst camera person ever because when I saw the bear, I freaked out. And then I went to get the whistle out of the bag. I was like, I have a whistle in my bag because we were screaming at the bear and it wouldn't go away. And the lady's like, get the whistle. So then I got the whistle and I freaking ruined the shot. And so we were hiking and it's like a very narrow trail and some lady turns around and she's coming towards me and she's like, turn around, walk fast, don't run. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, there's a bear coming. I'm like, right now it's coming towards you? She's like, yeah, it's coming towards us on the trail. Do you have bear spray? Because she didn't have anything. We're like, yeah, we have bear spray. Jordan had bear spray. I had a knife. Not that I'm going to use it because, like, what am I going to do against a bear? So Jordan goes in the front and he has the bear spray, like, ready just in case. And then we're all, like, the three of us being like, hey, bear, like, trying to get it to go away. I felt like I was on an episode of Naked and Afraid. And it wouldn't go away. It was literally just walking towards Jordan like if it was a dog who wanted to get pet or something. So I had to get the whistle out of my bag. And while I was doing that, I kind of missed the part where it was closest to Jordan. And then when I blew the whistle and Jordan like kind of walked towards it, it went up into a tree and then we were able to pass. So he was holding the bear spray like this while we were passing on the trail.
Lisa later admitted she felt like she was in an episode of Naked and Afraid, calling it one of the scariest moments of their lives. Even Jordan, who had kept calm during the standoff, admitted it was both thrilling and terrifying. After the encounter, the couple cooled off with a dip in Jenny Lake, but the stress hadn't fully worn off. Lise mentioned that she began to feel dizzy and faint afterward, likely from the combination of heat, adrenaline, and cold water shock, but recovered quickly after eating. The couple reflected on how grateful they were to have the bear spray, whistle, and the ability to stay calm under pressure, all of which made the difference. They ended the day shaken but safe, thankful for an encounter that, while terrifying, reminded them of nature's raw power. Keith, the host of Cora and the Explorer, takes his dog Cora on yet another wild camping adventure, this time heading out into the Lake District's Dungeon Gill area with plans to camp near Harrison Pike. From the outset, the weather shows signs of instability. Although there's no heavy rain early on, the wind is strong and unsettling.
Hello and welcome to K&C Outdoors. I'm Keith and this here is Cora, my golden doodle. I think she's classed as a miniature one. So we're out today in the Lake District, in my most favourite part of the world. And actually the most favourite part of the Lake District as well, which is Dungeon Gill. And we're going to be making our way up to Harrison Pike for a wild camp tonight, and we'll have a good time. But it's been quite damp today, which isn't a bad thing really, because I'm trying out some new gear. Sorry. I had a Paramo Velez smock a year or two ago, and I didn't get on with it at all. It leaked a lot through the zips and I wasn't best pleased. But recently I've tried out this Velez jacket and it's been really good. There's a review on my channel, I'll pop a link somewhere. But today, I don't know if I can show you properly from here, I'm trying out these Paramo Velez Cascader waterproof trousers. So we'll see how they go, and I'll pop a separate review on anyway, because this trip isn't about reviews, it's about the beautiful Lake District, a really nice walk and a wild camp. So I'm going to crack on.
Keith points out that he's testing some new waterproof gear, including trousers designed for harsh conditions. It turns out he'll need every bit of that protection. As they hike further up the valley, things begin to escalate. The trails are slick and resemble small streams due to excess runoff, making progress more difficult than expected. At one point, while attempting a crossing that's usually straightforward, Cora nearly gets pulled by the fast-flowing water, and Keith struggles to keep his footing.
So where we've just crossed here, and normally it's really straightforward, just stepping across a couple of rocks, but today it was really treacherous. Cora, I had to put a lead on her, which was a good job, because she actually nearly went taken by the water, pulled her back as she slipped.
It's a stark warning of just how treacherous the conditions have become. Climbing higher toward the summit, visibility drops drastically. Fog rolls in, reducing the landscape to shades of gray. The air is damp, cold, and heavy. At the top, Keith searches for a place to pitch his tent, but everything is soaked. He tries multiple spots but finds them either too exposed to wind or saturated with water. Eventually, as daylight fades, he settles on a less than ideal patch of uneven ground, just below Harrison Pike. It's far from flat and perched on a slope, but with the wind strengthening and options dwindling, it's the best he can find. The tent goes up under worsening conditions. Keith admits it's the worst pitch he's ever had. The sloped ground makes it impossible to lie flat, and the wet brown grass is already soaking through. His second set of tent poles, a backup purchase from China, hold up, but the strain is evident. The wind starts to roar across the landscape as darkness falls, shaking the fabric and flexing the center pole.
Oh, the wind's really getting up now. It's got really up, a bit concerned. I have no idea how strong they are, but it's really strong. It tends to get battered. But I'm double poled and I've got delta pegs in, so at least delta pegs in the come here, love, in the parts that need to be held well. So hopefully it'll hold up well through the night. These little moments of calm, and then the gusts just start in again. So I've just put my little wind meter out. I don't know if it's showing, but there you go. It's showing at the highest with the gusts 70 miles an hour. But it tends, as I say, the double poles, it seems okay. But I'm certainly aware that we might have to bail if it gets any worse. Don't want to, we're quite high up and it's a long way down. We'll see how the night takes us anyway. But for now, oh jeez, see you soon. Genuinely got me a bit worried now. The wind's unbelievably strong. I'm hoping we don't have to bail because it's a long way down to Langdale. But this is the most worried I've ever been camping. It really is gusting strong now. I'll keep it up to date as we go along, but now it's a worry now, it really is. The weather's still horrendous. It's 5 AM.
What follows is a rough, exhausting night. The tent is constantly shifting, and the wind becomes so intense that Keith seriously questions whether it's safe to stay. It's not comfortable, it's survival. The morning offers little reprieve. The storm dies down somewhat, but everything is soaked and still clinging to cold. Keith gets packed up and reflects on how the previous night wasn't just difficult, It bordered on dangerous. Though he's no stranger to wild camping in poor weather, the combination of exposed terrain, unpredictable gusts, and lack of viable ground made this one of the most intense experiences on his channel. What did you make of this encounter? Like always, let me know. In this unsettling daytime exploration, Dee from Dee's Dark Adventures returns to the woods with her two loyal dogs, Mara and Mia, hoping to capture some unusual activity during daylight hours. Though most of her investigations happen at night, this outing shows that the strange and unexplained can happen just as easily under the sun. The video begins with Dee pulling into a quiet trailhead, but her attention is immediately drawn to a black van parked uncomfortably close to her vehicle.
There's a car parked behind mine. Why are you parked behind my car? Go away. Girls, stay close. Yeah. Now you're... Why is there a black van leaving? It's a black, jet black.
Though the van eventually leaves, it sets the tone for what becomes an increasingly tense walk. With the dogs leading the way, Dee heads down the trail and begins narrating her journey, noting that this location has given her strange feelings before. From the start, her dog Mara begins acting oddly. She frequently stops, stares off into the trees, and pulls towards something Dee can't see.
What is it, honey? She keeps seeing something over here since we got in. There's the houses. We can go up in there. Oh, Mia, we don't want to see that. I don't have my handheld thingamajigger.
It's behavior she doesn't take lightly, as Mara has a history of reacting to things Dee believes are paranormal in nature. At one point, a loud thump is heard coming from the same direction Mara had been fixated on.
Thanks. Okay. Didn't know we were that close with my dogs. Good thing I introduced when I walked in. Okay. Okay. That was good. That was good. Okay. You guys keep watching back there. Oh, that was cool. Thank you. Woo! This is where the campsite used to be, so they would have to walk over there to the outhouses, and that's where we just got that thump.
As they walk deeper into the woods, Dee explores abandoned picnic areas and decaying stone structures. The mood shifts when she approaches a location she refers to as the midway point, a place she says often causes her to turn back.
I'm trying to get you guys to this midway point where they like to not let me get a lot of times. If I do, there's not many back here. Doo-dah, doo-dah, ow. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do all day. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, we're walking. Woo! Really nice. Get my chicken going.
It's around here that things become more unnerving. Natural forest sounds seem to vanish, replaced by an uncomfortable silence. Dee becomes noticeably more cautious, explaining that she doesn't want to provoke anything and that she's not there to cause harm. She continues, but Mara's behavior escalates. At one point, the dog nearly breaks away, ignoring commands and appearing increasingly agitated. Dee becomes more uneasy, admitting that her instinct is telling her to turn around. Still, she presses on just a bit farther to see if she can capture anything definitive. Strange knocks and rustling noises follow, some of them unnervingly close to the camera. In a moment that catches her off guard, she reacts to what sounds like something moving quickly beside her. The dogs freeze and then pull forward again, reinforcing her sense that they're not alone. Still, she manages to keep her cool, cracking a few jokes and doing her best to keep the experience lighthearted. Eventually, she decides to turn back, feeling that she's pushed far enough. Though no full apparition or direct entity appears, the combination of her dog's behavior, the unexplained sounds, and her own intuition create a compelling case for something unusual lurking in the area. She ends the walk near the car, reflecting on the odd energy of the day and the need to trust her instincts, even in daylight. Dee closes the video with her signature honesty and humor, talking about how this trip wasn't about chasing views or forcing an experience, but about exploring a location that's consistently made her feel uneasy. Whether it was something paranormal, a wild animal, or just her imagination, she remains open-minded. What stands out most is how subtly this daytime trip evolved into a genuinely eerie experience, without jump scares, without theatrics, just raw footage and instinct. With this last encounter comes the end of another episode. If you haven't already, let me remind you again to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment about what you liked and didn't like about this video. We almost upload daily videos, so you better have subscribed, because trust me, you don't want to miss out. If you want to watch more disturbing videos, in about 3 seconds they will be on your screen.